Guys, let's check out this low volume, low pressure paint gun. I picked this up on TikTok. You can get it on Amazon. It's an Inokraft Drizzle D1. It's a low volume, low pressure paint gun. And if we look closely at it, basically this gun is the R500. Same as the aeropro A610, same as the YT160. Comes with this 1.3 cap and needle set that's in it. And then you also get the water filter or water trap, oil separator kind of filter here. You also get a regulator. These are inexpensive regulators, but we'll see how well it works. I really like the gunmetal gray on this. It really looks sharp. We'll see how it cleans up. But we know these guns spray well, so let's go ahead and spray with it today. Let me get this thing set up. The other thing you get is pretty cool. It's just a cheap little case here, but it's kind of nice to have a case to put your needle sets in and things of that nature. So you're gonna, of course, get the cup. You get this little kit here. They give you some Teflon tape, but you also get the spanner wrench and a cleaning kit, and then you get the 1.7, 1.5. There's the caps. Here's the tips, and then you get the needle set there. 2 needles right there. And then you also get the PPS adapter for the Series 1 system. So we're going to use that. We're going to use the 1.3 cap and needle set today. We're going to do base coat, clear coat on a fender and a bumper. So let's put this together, put it to work, and clean this out. We'll see how well it sprays. Of course, I have no doubt that it's going to spray excellent because we all know these guns spray really well. I have a bunch of videos using these low volume, low pressure paint guns, these R500s. So these guns are made by a company called Rongpeng, R-O-N-G-P-E-N-G. So a bunch of different brands distribute them, sell them. But Rongpeng is the one that manufactures them. I think this kit right here, I paid on TikTok like 68 bucks for it, but you can get it on Amazon. I think it's right around $100. It's good value for the money. Now you can find these guns cheaper. This is the only one I've seen that comes with the 3 needle sets and the adapter. The adapter is kind of nice because sometimes these are kind of hard to find online. I had to go to Harbor Freight to get mine. So let's clean this out and we'll spray with it. We'll go ahead and spray base and clear coat with this. Take the cap off real quick. Clean this out. There's some oil in here. So the nice thing about these guns is they're gasketless. So they don't have these gaskets that can deteriorate, fall apart, and then fail down the road. Kind of like the Astro, some of the other guns. The Astro pneumatic doesn't have a gasket. See, where they put the gasket would be right here, and this is all metal. So there's the fan pattern. It's about a 10-inch fan pattern. I'm painting 2 bumpers and a fender on a 1992 Honda Accord. It's probably not really worth repairing, but this customer has a sentimental value with this vehicle. It was his wife's vehicle who passed away. So we're going to go ahead and repair it for him. Now on this rear bumper, it's in pretty rough shape. It's still not perfect. We went ahead and repaired some things on it, cleaned it up. We're going to get a good coat of paint on it, make it nice and shiny and glossy so it looks good. But there are going to be some imperfections in this bumper cover. So what I'm doing here is I'm just covering the primer first. Then we'll go ahead and let this flash off for about 10 to 15 minutes and we'll apply a second coat. As far as the gun settings for this Drizzle D1, and that's a weird name for a paint gun, Drizzle D1. It's probably not the best name for a paint gun, but we're going to go ahead and set this at about 24 PSI. Now on our fluid volume, we're going to turn our fluid volume all the way in, and then we'll do it two full turns and then a half a turn out. So 2.5 turns out from closed. Here I'm just putting the second coat of base on this fender. Now I always like to inspect the fender, so we tacked it off. So while I'm tacking it off, I'm looking for any particles of dust or anything that's in our base coat. We want to make sure that gets sanded out with some light sandpaper, like some 600 grit or 1000 grit, to remove those particles of dust before we apply some clear coat. So it all looked good. We tacked it off, and now I'm applying that second coat of base. This might be the third coat, but we'll get that all covered, and then we'll get ready for some clear coat. The one thing I really like about these low volume, low pressure paint guns is they don't produce a lot of overspray. So as you know, I'm spraying without a booth in my garage. If you're spraying at home, you want to limit that amount of overspray in your paint and your clear coat, especially clear coat, because clear coat will stick to everything if it's not covered. So these really help out with that, limiting that overspray. It's also very good for material consumption. I definitely notice the difference in the material usage when I'm using a low volume, low pressure paint gun. So over the past like 2 or 3 years, I would say, I've been using these low volume, low pressure paint guns. In this particular version of the R500, I have 3 different types from 3 different sellers. I have this Inokraft here, I have the YT160, and I have the aeropro A610. I want to be very clear, these are all the same exact gun. They're just different colors. They are sold in different kits with different configurations. So some come with different needle sets, some come with disposable cups and the adapter. So they're sold in a variety of different ways. They all range in price from about $74 to $100, which is Inokraft was $100. Now I purchased this on TikTok, got it on a Black Friday deal. It was like 68 bucks. So depending on what you're looking for and what you want, you can buy these in different configurations, but they're all the same gun. I will note that the aeropro A610, while I do like the looks of the black, it is a little bit more difficult to clean. It doesn't clean up as well as that YT160, which is a silver. Now I don't know about this Inokraft Drizzle D1. I do like the looks of it. The gunmetal gray is really slick, but they all spray the same, and I've been using these guns for 2 to 3 years, and they have all held up really well. I haven't had any issues as long as I keep them clean. The caps are a little bit finicky. You got to make sure they're kept clean. They do get a little bit of buildup of clear or paint in there, so you just got to make sure they're clean, and they'll spray great for you. But I will leave links to all 3 of those guns, the YT160, this Inokraft, and the aeropro A610 down in my description. Now you can also get the older version of the R500, and that gun, you can pick up that gun for about 58 bucks. I think is the cheapest I've seen it on Amazon. So, and that's the same gun. It sprays the same. It has a little bit different appearance. This is an updated look on these newer guns, but it sprays the exact same. Very, very good gun, and sprays very well. Now when applying the clear coat with this gun, I bump up the air pressure to about 30 psi, 28 to 30. Still produces a lot less overspray than a conventional gun, but it really lays down, I find it atomizes the clear coat really well there. Now it is a little bit cooler today, so this is going to flow out really well. As far as the fluid volume, again, I have this set at 2.5 turns out from close for clear coat as well. If you want a little bit finer atomization, you could dial that fluid volume in just a little bit and get a little bit finer atomization out of it. After letting the first coat flash off or dry for about 15 minutes, we're adding the second coat of clear to this fender. And as you can see, I'm spraying a little bit quicker and a little bit closer to the panel. This is going to help it slick out and flow out just a little bit better. Now I'm applying the final coat of clear to this rear bumper cover. I am spraying with a little bit more speed and a little closer to that panel. That's going to help it to flow out a little bit better. Now I did get a little bit of a run in the bottom of this bumper cover. Actually, it was the worst run I've had in a while, so I got it to flow out just a little bit too much. But if you want to learn how to remove runs, you can check out the video at the end. Listen, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you watching. I hope you found this video helpful, help you understand more about low volume, low pressure paint guns and what they can do for you if you're painting out of your garage. And I hope that you would consider coming back to the channel and watching the next video. Appreciate all the support. We'll see you next time on Garage Noise.